on, we are carrying out a number of feasibility studies in our effort to create additional corridors under the standard gauge line. These feasibility studies are expected to be completed by the end of the third quarter of this year, before we enter the last quarter of the year. The first is what we call the east-west line, which spans from Lagos to Benin, Agbo, Asaba, Onitsha, to Nnewi, to Owerri, up to Aba, with a branch line from Onitsha to Enugu and Abakaliki. And of course we have the coastal line, which takes its route from Benin to Sapele, Warri, Yenagoa, Port Harcourt, Aba, Uyo, Calabar, in fact branching up from Calabar to Akampa, Ikom, up to Obudu, indeed touching Obudu Cattle Ranch. And then of course we have the Lagos-Abuja High Speed. Lagos-Abuja High Speed is intended, in fact, to create an alternative means of transportation, particularly for travelers from Lagos to Abuja. The idea is that as soon as this particular corridor is constructed, the trains can fly from Lagos to Abuja in a space of about 3.5 hours, with a maximum of 5 stops. So we do believe that if we are able to achieve this, it is going to position Nigeria as a developed nation in terms of the area of railway transportation.
Yeah, let me just
now the other corridors that we are working on assiduously under the feasibility studies program is what we call the central corridor, which spans from Ajakuta, of course linking up the current Ajakuta-Warere line, coming to Baro up to Abuja. And then of course the branch line from Ajakuta to Otukpo.
All right,
we're equally carrying out feasibility studies to link up the western line from Zaria to Funtua, to Gusau, to Oranamoda, Sokoto, to Ilela, up to Birnin Korni in Niger Republic. Of course, the idea is to link up with our neighboring countries.
Okay,
another very important critical line is that commences from Kano to Nguru to Maiduguri up to Gamboringala, of course, equally to join up with our neighboring Chad Republic. So the idea of this feasibility study is that as soon as we conclude, of course the feasibility studies include outline business cases. As soon as we complete that, we are going to make it available to the private sector for partnership for the development of this tract under public-private partnership. Because we realize that investment in infrastructure, particularly in the development of railways, is very huge and enormous. And therefore, government needs to look beyond the means available to it to partner with the private sector. In any case, this is a trend all over. And in keeping with the